Yeah. So just to quickly share about myself, I am Ratnesh, and me and my wife Aditi, we founded Aarohi after having worked with children for about you can say 9 years, and we basically started Aarohi because we wanted our child to be um, learning from inside out, as in what I would say, based on what she wanted to learn, based on what she wanted to do. So we pulled our daughter out of the school. Also, she was like an A plus child, and we pulled her out and we said, okay, you go ahead and learn what you want to learn. So that's where we started. But within few months we formed Arohi because many other parents wanted to join us, simply because we had a lot of experience of working with children by that time. So they wanted to join us in this journey, and Arohi was formed in 2008, and since then we have worked with thousands of children and families and so on. So it's been a wonderful journey. um, so what I would do is I will quickly share a little about Arohi, and yeah, we can take it from there based on what your questions are. Yeah. Um, so I want to just start with this thought that some families, some parents prefer the regular curriculum based education, which is fine, which is great if that is what they want. Um, but some parents do not want, which is, I'm talking about parents like me, and maybe parents like Preeti, who did not really like it, and we prefer something which is more child based. And I will talk a little more about what exactly we do as what we call as child based. The other aspect that I want to very strongly touch about is that a lot of children enjoy and thrive in conventional system, and that is also great, but a lot of them do not. They don't score as much, and I was one of the child who would never be able to score, like how everybody else was scoring. And obviously that was a huge kind of an issue, by put down by teachers, by the school, by the society. Thankfully my parents were always very supportive, and they said, oh, who cares about the marks? So but what we have seen is, in most cases, we get too caught up with the conventional system, and we push the conventional system more and more onto the child. Especially if the child is struggling, child has to go through more tuitions, um, more of the same thing, which the child is not enjoying or not struggling or just doesn't like it. I mean, one doesn't have to like. Everybody doesn't need to like one kind of thing. So, what we are trying to ask is, hey, which side are we on? I feel a lot of our expectations, aspirations, preconceived notions are too heavily favored onto the education system that we forget the child. Even if the child is not enjoying, we push more of it. The child doesn't want to read, write, we say, no, read, write more. If the child doesn't want to study science or history, we say no. If the child doesn't want to write examination, we say no, you have to. If the child doesn't go to college, we say no, you have to, right? But that's not true. That's not true. And that is what we want to show, how we can have an education system that fits the child, not trying to fit the child into an education, but trying to fit an education to a child based on what the child is. um, let me give you few quick videos to give you an idea about how does this work, right? And yeah, so one example I'm giving where this child did not fit in into education system at that age. He came to us somewhere around, I think 10 or 12 when he was 12. And let's see what his parents have to share and he has to share now. Uh, Now he's in college. So let's just hear.
Hey, I'm Kanchan. I'm Lalit. I'm Dwesh. We joined Aarohi in 2015. Dwesha was there for around 5 years. And then after that, he did his 10th and 12th through NIOS. And now he's doing the BCA. He did his schooling, completed his 6th standard, and 7th standard we took him out and we got him in Aarohi. Reason being that he was very stressed out and there was a lot of pressure on him there. So we thought we wanted a place where he could be happy and he could explore his options. he could find himself basically. I'm very thankful to Aarohi, which gave him a lot of exposure, basic life skills, and a lot of maturity to handle issues that even I've seen grown-ups struggle with. I learned a lot in Aarohi. I learned about responsibilities of an adult. I learned how to develop skills, managing myself, um, and not being dependent on my parents. I learned how to explore my options. I learned how to study by myself. I learned how to do almost everything, and I learned how to control my emotions as well. I learned a lot of things from Aarohi, and one of them I can say that I have now most because of Aarohi is my confidence. My level of confidence before Aarohi was really terrible, but after joining it, I have become more of a confident person. I can speak my mind clearly without having to hold back or be scared or anxious about my own thoughts. So it's taking care of my physical, mental health, and it's been great. Based on that, after Aarohi, he has taken up 10th and 12th of his own, did very well. Based on that, got the admission for graduation, his choice, whatever he wanted to. He's doing pretty well, and he is confident of achieving what he aimed. I'm
Right. So that was Twish, who went back to school at the level of 10th and kind of gave 10th, 12th, and the rest you heard. Um, after having spent 5 years at Aarohi. Um, the other thing that we talk about when we are talking about Aarohi is that each child has their own unique strengths, their own unique capabilities, and if we focus on them rather than some external curriculum, if we say that the curriculum itself is the child, right? What the child wants today, this month, this year is what the curriculum is for that child, and for each child it would be different. Then we have a child who is growing inside out. Yeah, that's primarily the whole idea. Yeah. So let me show you another parent's view who the child didn't really go through too much to school, but who wanted this kind of an education. So let's hear another parent. Yeah.
Why I wanted a space like Aarohi is end of the day, Rainahi, end of the life, we want to do something which is unique in us, we want to excel in that. So that makes a lot of sense rather than confining child's childhood into 5-6 subjects alone. Maybe 10-15 years back it made sense, but now it doesn't make sense to me. I really want to find what is her thing, what is she good at, what is her skills. So I want her to explore her skills, get into more awareness about herself, and I wanted these things to happen to my child, and that's the reason I chose a space like Aarohi.
I don't want to go to a school, sit there, do something, be instructed, and take away all the freedom that I have. In Aarohi, I can explore a lot of stuff. They suggest me a lot of stuff. I even try to deep dive in surfing. So that's what I like in Aarohi.
Why?
So one of the key things that this pair of mother and child was talking about is a lot of exploration, and we believe that one of the key idea of both childhood education and life is to find out what is it that I want to do. There are people who are 20, 30, 40. Even I found only by roughly around 30, 34 what I really wanted to do in my life. So it often takes, unless we are allowed to explore, we are kind of delaying that by saying I'm doing some kind of a learning. So the key factor that Aarohi works on, or the key aspect that Aarohi works on, is exploration, which then leads them to find what they are really wanting to do, which is then they can move from exploration stage to expertise stage. So that's what Aarohi focus was on. Uh, for that, let me have one more small video. This is a very tiny video of Aparna, who is now 15. She is in Aarohi right now. She how she moved from where she was till now.
In the beginning, I was totally confused and didn't know what I wanted to do more. I used to just sit simply. Then I somehow got the fear inside myself. Okay, what will my future be? What will happen after this? I had a lot of confusions. Did I take the right decision and all this? That's when I started exploring a lot of different fields like art, music, carpentry, electronics. After joining City, first I chose the electronics and art as my domain. But I somehow, with electronics, didn't feel I didn't enjoy that journey much. I still like arts, but I somehow feel it's not my passion. It's like my hobby, which I like to do in my free time and leisure time. That's when I started thinking which made me really happy from the past. Which domain did I really like doing and exploring from the past days, which I've explored. That's when I thought I liked mud construction. In the beginning,
Right. So that is what Aparna has now been working on for the last 2 years is mud construction. Yeah. Sorry. So I want to quickly run through what are the key components of how Aarohi works. The first thing that Aarohi does when we work with a child is to create what we call as a personalized learning plan. Now, this personalized learning plan is created by the child and with parents, and we working very closely with the child, trying to understand this child's strengths, interests, challenges, and so on. And from there, we built up a whole lot of resources and connections. So let me give you an example of Mishti, who who expressed that she likes to write, and there is a whole idea that we created, which is that we would write daily, and a group of children, including her, started writing daily. A daily prompt will be given and they would write daily. Nobody will judge, nobody will assess, nobody will correct anything, nobody was even commenting on what they were writing, but they were writing daily. And this was when she was 9, and from I think 9 to 12, for 3 years she wrote daily, every single day, on some or the other prompt. There were a whole variety of prompts that a lot of different people gave to all the peoples who were writing. So much so that this year, 2025, in January, she has published her own book out of the writings of 2024. So the 365 writings that she did in 2024, she has converted, compiled, and put that out into the market as a book, published her own book. So just giving you an idea how each one, based on what their likes are, what their strengths are, we kind of work with that. Yeah. Um, the second thing is, yes, so anybody who's working in any domain would need skills, will need knowledge and the concepts. So what we do is we design a whole lot of explorations, projects, a lot of different resources, including resource peoples, mentors, guide, which will help them move forward in their particular chosen aspect that they want to work on. Again, to give an example, here is Mehuli, who who liked art and craft, but she had no, she did not even paint too much, but she just liked it. So this expression of like, we started with some gross work, like large scale work, like painting on floors and walls and stuff like that. And she has really enjoyed and moved forward with this whole idea of not doing small canvas size painting, but large floor and wall kind of painting. So that's how we kind of try and connect with what the child is needing or wanting, and what can that be worked upon, or her skills be developed upon. Right. The third thing that we do is we do a lot of real world experiences, whether it's going out, traveling, meeting lot of people, also doing lot of different kind of work. For example, every year Aarohi's accounts are handled by one child. Now here is Adve, whose photo you see on the screen. When now he's 13, when he was 11, he took up the accounts of 2 years back, and the whole year he has taken care of the accounts. He learned accounting. He has kept the accounts book, prepared balance sheet, did the bank reconciliation, everything, debit, credit, everything, till the extent that it was sent to the chartered accountant. So that's the kind of real world experience that they get. Not that he needs to become an accountant. It was just an experience that he also wanted. So everywhere ROE has a different accountant, and every year it's a child, typically 10, 11, 9, 12, sorry, 12, 13, 14, like that. So that's just one example. There can be so many such examples. Um, the fourth thing which we give a lot of importance is to how do we develop this our leadership in ourselves, not to lead others, but more importantly to lead oneself, and emotional skills and social skills and confidence, so on. So a whole lot of processes happen which we have in our 26 years of experience, collated, collected, researched, understood, tried from a whole lot of different sources. Like, just to give you a small example, every day at the end of the day, we all meet together and we have a simple process called hurray, nore, sore, where we can give a hooray to somebody which we like, a nore to somebody whom we did not like some behavior of somebody, or we can say sorry to something. And this can be even themed. We can on one day talk about, hey, whose touch we were happy with, whose touch we were not happy with, we did not like that touch, or whom I touched in such a way that I feel like saying sorry. So it can be even on sexual safety, you know where I'm coming from. So like that, we have these small but so many processes that we use all throughout the year. Finally, as I briefly mentioned, the children can have an option of either being with ROE and going back, like you saw how Twisha went back to 10, 12, and then college, or they can continue their journey from what we call from passion to profession. So, in the slideshow running on the screen, you can see examples of children who have not gone back to giving 10, 12 college, and who are continuing their professional journey as part of Aarohi. One such example is Srijini, who was earlier just doing baking, now looking more at baking as a business, and where she is meeting more bakers and understanding the baking business. So by doing internship, by meeting different bakers. So this is a journey where they don't go back to college, but they build their own professional journey. And the best part is the industry is absolutely amazingly happy to have them as interns, as employees, because they feel that these children are far more go-getters, they're far confident, they're far industry ready, because they've learned it on themselves, or by themselves, though from different people, and they have a very, very good understanding of how the industry works. Right. The last point that I want to share is that RO is not just about children. Obviously, we closely work with the child's parent. So parents, children, and we all become one nice tight team, and we all work together, supporting each other, helping each other. So each parent is involved in the working of not just their child but also other children, and that is the beauty of it. So one child gets benefited from so many parents. So that's the community feel to the whole initiative that we have. um, Finally, I want to quickly run through what Arohi is not, so that you get that clarity. We don't focus on conventional subjects. If a child wants to take up as part of their personalized learning plan, they can take up something as a subject. But let me also tell you, a lot of children don't take subjects, they take industry domains. That's what they like doing. Yeah, but again, that's a choice left to the child. Similarly, we don't necessarily prepare children for competitive exams or boards. If the child needs any support, and if the support is not available around him or her, then the child can use an external tutor or somebody to help them prepare for exams. But we don't take that responsibility of preparing somebody for an exam. We also don't provide direct kind of a certification. Rather, we work on the child's portfolio, which is a very integral part of Arohi, and especially the older children become what we call as work certified. Also, there is no direct teaching. Children learn a lot of it by doing it with lot of different people. The people could be of their age or older or younger, but a lot of doing to learn happens, or what can be called as experiential learning happens. With respect to special educators, or sorry, special needs children, we first of all don't believe in that term. We work with all children whatsoever, but we don't have special educators. So I want to clarify that. But we have seen a lot of children thrive in this kind of an environment, which is out and out supportive, without classifying or categorizing children in any category. Lastly, it's a very democratic, empowering environment. We don't control or discipline or direct children, but we work by understanding them, understanding their needs and wants, discussing and connecting and listening and so on. So it's a very, very empowering, environment where children lead most of the things that happen in their life as well as in the campus or in Arohi. Yeah. So I want to just quickly share the option for, especially for children about 8, 9 and above, or right up to 21 years, is to join ROE at campus. Minimum is 1 year, but as you saw in some of the examples, most of the children end up here being for 3, 5, or maybe even 10 years. So that for that year, the child comes at campus regularly and goes back home whenever either the child wants or we have a break week. And the family also comes to the campus periodically as much as possible. We love parents being here. Now, when the child has spent few years, what will the child go from there? So the beautiful part is if the child wants to go back to school or give 10, 12, like you saw Tuisha's video, and here one example is Radhika, who was here for also for 5, 6 years. Then she went back directly at 11. She gave 10th and then went to a college for 11th and 12th, and now is in some college. And another example is when you don't want to give 10, 12th and you want to just continue your journey. Here you can see Skanda with his mother, and Skanda is now a professional in the in digital marketing field. So he has not got to any, he's not given any 10, 12th, and he has just continued his journey. So just two examples, but the idea is that when you feel that the child is ready, the child can either move into professional journey or go back into the conventional system. The best news is that they are able to quickly, if they need to give any exams or entrance tests or competitive exams, they're able to prepare themselves and actually get what they want, because they're so internally driven once they are in Arohi for some years, whether it's 1, 2 or 3 years. So 1 year is absolutely minimum. So to kind of end this part, if your child is let's say 7, 8, 9, actually 8, 9 and above, and would like to be part of Arohi, you're most welcome to experience Arohi for a week. Come and stay with us, and then you can experience it, and then you can decide. So that's the starting point. If before coming you need a one-to-one discussion with us, we are we can do that video call for that. There is also an option of if your child is very small. I see some um, parents sharing in the chat that your child is young, 3 years, 2 years. So if your child is 4, 5, 2, 3, then you can and you need support at home, or even if your child is little older, 8, 9, 10, and you need support at home, we have a whole initiative where we continuously give support to you, so you become as a parent we support you, and then at home you support your child, right? So let's look at it this way: when you are at home, we are supporting you as a parent and you are working with the child. When the child is here at campus, then you are supporting us to work with the child here. So we are always working like a team. We supporting you and you supporting us, depending on where the child is, but we are all together working for the child. Yeah. So that's kind of an overview about Arohi. I can stop sharing, and yeah, I can invite you on camera and mic. You can ask questions. Yeah, you can, if whatever. Yeah, if you have questions, if you want to explore any aspect that I shared, we can discuss that more in detail. Yeah, let me also yeah, switch on my light. So please go ahead. Anybody, you can type in chat. Yeah. Or you can come on mic. More people join us on video. That feels like we are in a nice little meetup with some wonderful people. So Face Connect is beautiful. If you can join us on video, that would be really nice. But you can at least come on mic or on chat, and if you have a question, you can ask. Also, if I went too fast in any part, or you need more examples of something, or some part was not very clear, how does this happen or how does that happen, please feel free to ask us. Yeah, please go ahead. Please ask.
Hi, Ratnesh, Jyoti here.
Yeah, hi.
Um, yeah, I've been watching. I really was impressed with all the case studies experiences that you have shared. It's really nice. As a parent, for a very long time, I've been thinking of unschooling my child. Various things happening in my head. My only thing
Mhm,
is now that um, she's moving into eighth grade. Is it too
mhm.
late for a child to unschool and start what she wants to do? I did see one of the child who was 12-year-old and he had unschooled and came over to Aarohi and he's doing his BCA. I think the child that
Yeah, yeah.
spoke up.
Right.
Uh,
If you go on our website, you will also see video of Hari, who came to us when he was 19 years, and now he's 22 and he's part of automobile industry without any degrees or certificates.
oh,
So
wonderful.
yeah, there is no real age. We work typically with children up to 21. So Hari came at 19, was here with us for 2 years, and as I said, now he's in his hometown, which is Hyderabad, and working with the automobile industry. His video is there. His parents' video is also there on our website under the case studies page. So yeah, there's nothing to do with it. In fact, I would say all of us, after we complete our school, college, we become open learners. We start doing what Aarohi does with children. We start doing as adult, isn't it? Then we start deciding what we want to do in our life. Where do we want to invest our time? A lot of us change our profession from what our degrees were. We could move into totally different fields, including being a homemaker, and so on. So actually, we all do ROE journey before going to school and after finishing our colleges. So as such, age is nothing. Age has no meaning to it.
Okay, yeah. And how well do these children manage when they are away from their parents? Because it is going to be like they have to take a break. It's like a residence for them. It's a second family kind of a space. Second home.
Yes,
Uh,
second home.
have you had any challenges when children come in there, and always they want to get back home or missing their
Oh
parents?
yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. See, please realize challenges is the most beautiful word, right? If the
Yeah.
children don't have challenges, then what's the whole point? Where is the learning going to come from? So every challenge that every child or an adult faces is the curriculum, is a potential learning. It's a potential to understand oneself and the world around us. So it's amazing. It's amazing that children have challenges. So yes, children have challenges of all kind, including missing their home. Who doesn't miss their home? Home food, mom, dad, everything. And every child will find his own unique journey of how to understand his or her own emotions, how to find his own resources within herself or himself to navigate that, what support the child needs, whether the child needs from parents or from friends or from mentors and so on, or from other parents. Why not? So there is no one unique solution, and I'm sure everybody goes through all kinds. In fact, we say if in a day there is nothing going wrong, no challenges, then there is something wrong. Let's add some masala. We will ensure something will go wrong, right? Some new challenge will come up because that's learning. Life is such a beautiful teacher, and we are somehow running away from challenges. No, we if you come to our campus, you will realize what a challenging place it is. Our campus itself is designed to be challenging. Yeah,
Okay.
it is not an easy place to stay. It's a wonderful place, but it's not an easy place. Nothing is made and given to you on a platter. Everything you have to figure out, everything you have to connect and enjoy by putting in your effort.
Yeah, I get that. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. I think Tasleem Sheikh is asking how can we connect with you for support. So Tasleem, a couple of things. One is that there are already a couple of programs that are there, online programs that you can connect with. Especially there is a program, if you are talking about homeschooling and schooling, then there's a program called a beginner's guide. Then there's also a workshop on homeschooling and schooling. Plus there's our core program Jagrati, which we have been running for parents for almost now 24 years. So you can look at those programs. I'll put in the link and see which program would help you. But from June onwards, we also have an ongoing support program. We have had it all these years, but we are a little repackaging it, you can say. And the announcement will soon be out for that. If you're part of our groups, you will hear about that program. And yeah, that will be an ongoing program, which means you will get continuous support for anything and everything from the Aarohi community. So all those options are available. Uh, so please look at. Just posted the links of what are the current programs, and the new program also will soon be announced and will start from the 1st of January. So yeah, sorry, 2nd of June actually, Monday, 2nd of June. So June onwards, we'll be starting that program. I don't know if I've answered your question, but do look at the current programs that are available and then we can take it from there. Yeah. Somebody else was unmuting and wanted to speak. Yeah, if more people can join on video, that would be nice. I can see whom we are talking to or who is there. Otherwise, this looks like a more like a one-way broadcast. Yeah. Also, if there are in this group people who would like to have their child be part of Arohi campus, you can ask questions. If you have more questions regarding how we can support you online, so we maybe we can also go into a breakout room. Preeti, shall we do that? Yeah. So Preeti is here. She can help you. So she's from Mumbai. So she's anyway a kind of online. Though right now she's sitting in the campus only, but she is from Mumbai otherwise, and she will guide you if you want support at home, especially if your children are younger. And I can help you with questions if you want to have the child at campus. So I think that will make sense. Let's kind of divide the group so that you can get relevant questions. So I'm just opening a breakout room. Um, and I've just called this support for parents. That's the breakout room I'm talking about. Uh, yeah, so if you want, you can go into that room. If you are a parent who are looking for support while you work with your child at home, please go into this breakout room. If you need help to go into the breakout room, let me know. And if you are wanting your child to join at the campus, then you can ask me questions. I'm here to support you. Yeah. Yeah. If you have any questions or you want to explore something, you can ask me.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, actually, I was wondering if at all, like child would not be comfortable or okay for a 1 week. Can the parents extend their stay till the time he's deciding that whether he want to stay there or he want to come back or what is that he is want to do?
Sure, sure. Depending on the calendar, yeah, that is a possibility that is there. If the child wants, see, it has happened in the past where the child and the parents came for 1 week, then they said, can we stay for 1 or 2 more weeks, so that we also, the child also gets more comfortable, we also get more comfortable. We are finding 1 week as too less, a time. So that's, if it is feasible, if there are continuous weeks where the campus is working, yes, definitely we can work that out.
Okay. So
uh,
is there any, like, I mean, in the July, the will the campus would be open
yeah,
in
please
July?
see our calendar. I will give you the link. Please see the calendar.
Okay.
There are already weeks on in June and July marked out, which you can register for. So
Okay.
you can go ahead and do that, and then when you come here, depending on what is your specific need, we'll work out something.
Okay.
Right, I'm
Hello.
just giving, yeah, I'm giving the link. Yeah.
Yeah, hi. Actually, I was looking for the online support, and
Yeah,
so there is Jagriti and there is a beginners program, and then there is something coming in June. I was wanting to know that my child is going to an alternative school, and so we try to give as much space, but there are times when we feel that we need support because sometimes children back out from something or they compare and all those things. So that kind of support we need where we can guide ourselves and then guide the child.
right.
I know emotionally support him when he's struggling with something. Uh,
Yeah, so
so
if
for that,
you
which
if you're
program?
looking, right. So first of all, if you ask me, I would say everybody should do Jagriti without doubt about it, because that will just open you up as a parent. Any parent and every parent. So Jagriti to me is like an explosion. Okay, the meaning of the word Jagriti itself is to wake up. So it's kind of, it will explode you into waking up, into seeing your child into many different ways. Right. So that works
Actually,
as an explosion. Yeah.
yeah, that
Yeah.
kind
Go
of
ahead.
insights and awakening does happen time to time. But when it is like a situation at hand,
That's
it's like
exactly what. So I
something
was coming to that.
like
But if you
Lily
want
mentioned.
something, right. Yeah, if you want something more on an ongoing basis, then so Jagriti is not, it's not like either Jagriti or this. Jagriti to me is like the basic. It's like something which will first open me up. And at the same time, if you want continuous day-to-day support, practical support, how do I do this? How do I enrich her writing? How do I do this? He's troubled with that. She's troubled with that. So on and so forth. So that's where the ongoing support program works, because there you are meeting with a group of other parents on a continuous basis. You are also helping others, and our team of mentors is also helping you with practical stuff, which you're, as you are saying, the day to day stuff. Jagriti is more about understanding, while the support program is all about actual doing with the children. So they are not like that kind of work will work together. I would say you will be able to get out of the support program even more if you are either parallelly or if you have done Jagriti either while you are doing that, or one after the other, but any which way. So yeah, so both the options are available.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, sir. My name is
Yeah,
Sudarshan, actually.
yeah.
Thanks for all the, I think whatever you mentioned about, I think we just want to understand. I think you specifically mentioned about one person, I think, who joined at the age of 19 and then he joined into the automobile industry. So it's a 2 year journey. So just briefly touch upon, I think, how is this 2 year journey, I think, pays out actually? Is it, I think, right from day one, I think, they will be left alone. I think after some 1 month, I think we'll try to assess. I think yeah, I just want to understand. I think how does this program, I think, move actually?
Okay, so first of all, it's not a program.
Yeah.
Okay, we haven't decided what we will do with any child, including Hari when he came to us, because we don't know Hari. As I said, everything is based on designing something like a personalized learning plan for that particular child. So typically, when a child comes to us, the first question, whether child is 19 or 9, doesn't matter. The first question that we ask not just the child, even the parents, but mostly the child. We ask, hey, what would you like doing? What all do you like doing? And in Hari's case, he says, I don't know. So at 19, he's saying, I don't know what I like doing. Right? So we said, okay, what would you like to start exploring? What is one thing that you would like to start exploring? That also he said, I don't know. So it took him about 1 or 2 weeks just to figure out what he would like to start doing. So he said, I want to start photography. Okay, we said, okay, do photography. So for about a month, he did photography. Then he said, no, I'm not enjoying it. It's becoming boring. We said, okay, so what else would you like to explore? So then he took something else. Then he took something else. So like this, he's exploring things, but he is not sure. But what we observed that while he's exploring all this, when he meets people, anybody, it could be adults, other parents, anybody else coming to campus or other children, he's all the time talking about bikes and cars. Now you may discard it as a boy thing, but we said something more than that. We said, hey, you like bikes and cars, so would you also like to start researching more, presenting about to telling us what is a four-stroke bike, what is a two-stroke bike, what is this, what is a so he started getting interested into that, and he started reading and he started researching, and he will come back every day. This bike has this and this bike has that, and literally, you won't believe it, he will bore me out with his talk about engines. Why I'm saying bored me, because to me it was of no interest, but I was interested in him, not in the cars and automobiles. So I would listen to him, not because I'm interested in cars and bikes, but listen to him because how he's thinking, how he's approaching. And that's when we realize that his interest in automobile is so deep. Why haven't we kind of, he's exploring that in a professional way. And that's once the invitation was given to him that, man, you can get into automobiles, he was like super excited, because that was anyway somewhere brewing inside him, which nobody had sensed till then. And then it went on. Then he started working on a lot of things, doing a lot of things, preparing himself. Then he found an internship for himself in a workshop. And then he started understanding the parts of the, because he was not he was more interested in the working of the automobiles, uh, apart from riding bikes. And soon he landed himself an internship with one place, and he worked there. And in fact, they liked him so much for his enthusiasm, they said, you can join us. But he said, no, no, I want to do more internship, I want to get more exposure. So he went to another internship again. Even in there, this was with Tata Motors, and even there he got an offer of job. He said, no, no, I want to do more. And then he moved ahead, and now he's finally working with vintage vehicles, because that's the kind of tinkering he likes doing. It's the kind of things he likes to make the old cars working, and all of that. While so he's working on vintage cars with an organization, while he himself likes, for his purpose, he likes his own bike, so he keeps tinkering with his own bike and obviously goes for long rides. So I'm just telling you this journey not because every child's journey will be like this. Every child's journey would be very, very, very different. This was Hari for you, anybody else would be very different. So everything is based on that child. Now, how much time a child will take to realize that this is what I want to do, I cannot predict that. And I'm in no hurry to predict that. And if you are as a parent, we will tell you, please don't be in a hurry. Give child the time and space to understand himself. What's the whole point of jumping into something and later on saying, no, I should have explored more? This is the age of exploration. If children wouldn't explore in their teens and early 20s, when are they going to explore? I mean, they can explore later also, but then it becomes more difficult to explore simply because your responsibilities increase. So that's the whole idea. I don't know if I've answered your question, or Sudarshan, if kind of you, but
Yeah, I think you
his
are very
this
much, I think,
this whole journey this whole
yes.
journey is cataloged by in his words and his parents word in on the website. If you go through his case study, his parents journey, everything is there. I've just summarized it for you.
Yes, yes, I think
But
thanks,
yeah,
Ratnesh.
please do remember, each child's journey is very, very different, whether child is at any age. We cannot predict. We don't want to standardize everything. We want to do exactly what we want to work with that child, how he or she is at that moment, not some gross that, oh, this should happen, that should happen, not at all.
Yeah, that I think thanks, Ratnesh. I think that was insightful. I think yeah, that is what I was looking for. How I think there's the journey. I think how it started. I think how I think Arohi get into I think his journey, and then I think how you assess and how you mentor. That is what I was looking for.
Sure.
Yeah, you answered it well actually. So that is what I was looking for as well. Yeah.
Thank you. Our journeys always start with a very simple question. What would you like to do? And it can be one thing, it could be 20 things. That's the question. Every single day, every single child, what do you want to do? In fact, a lot of children come back and say, we were never asked this question. We were always told what to do. children, children who are 19 years, 16 years, 15 years have never been asked, hey, what would you really like to do? Everybody is like busy telling them, do this, do this, do this, do this. This is good for you. This is good for you. So that's how it goes. Yeah. Anyways, we are almost at the end. It's just nearing 6 o'clock. So few more questions. One week, maybe I can take one or two more questions.
So
If
how we
somebody.
can reach out to you? I think for an one-on-one. I think to understand at least to start. I think to assess
Yeah,
actually.
are you part of the WhatsApp group? Do you have the Aarohi
Yeah.
WhatsApp number?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Aarohi WhatsApp number I've just put in the chat. I'm sure you already have it. Just ping on that you have attended one orientation and you would like to have a one-to-one, and one of our team members, either me or one of other team members, would have a one-to-one. But this one-to-one video call will be typically with minimum both the parents. If the child wants to join, that's even better.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Other parents, if you have, as I said, I can take a 1 minute left. So maybe one more question. Just a reminder, we meet this Saturday. Orientation happens every Saturday, so you can come in again here, or as I said, you can ask for a one-to-one, and we can always talk to you. And typically, if you are wanting to join Aarohi, then the next step would be to come and stay with us and experience it for the week. And that experience week, parents as well as the child as well as the parents come and stay here. That's important, because it's important that parents understand this as much, not by seeing others, but by actually experiencing as yourself. So when you will be coming to Aarohi for a week, you will also be a learner. You will be, for as far as we are concerned, there are 3 learners or 4 learners who have come, if 4 people from your family have come. So that's how we look at it. So when you experience it yourself, then you understand, okay, so this is how learning happens.
So, when does this campus thing, I mean, usually happen? Like,
Yeah, there are various weeks. So I've given the link. If you see roelive.org/, please go to that link.
okay,
There is also a calendar which has marked out which are the weeks which are available for experiencing weeks. So
okay,
you see the calendar, you see which weeks suit you, and there is a form there which you can book a particular week.
okay, okay,
So you start by booking a week, and then you can make your travel arrangements. And yeah, we will support you with whatever information you need.
okay. Yes, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, there are weeks in June which are sorry, in April, which are available, and then there are weeks in June and July. May we are completely closed. That full month of May, we are closed. That's our annual summer break. The full month of May, and then 2nd June onwards we restart. So from, I think, 9 June onwards, again there are weeks available for people to come and stay. From 2nd June, the first week of June, the regular children will come back who are already part of Aarohi. And from 9 June, people who are looking for joining in can. And again, a reminder that in Aarohi is not a school. So there is no thing like that you have to join on a particular date. June we restart. The family can join, or the child can join Aarohi at any point of time in June, July, August, September, October. So any time, even January, February. There's nothing that okay you have to start at a particular time. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Right. So I think it's already 6 o'clock. We'll kind of pause here. Again, you all have I'm assuming our WhatsApp number. So please reach out if you need any help. And also, a very humble request, there are so many more children who are not enjoying their school or exams or college. If you know people in your family circle who are not enjoying, who are struggling, and the parents are stressed, the child is stressed, please connect them with us. At least they should know that there is an option like this. Whether they take this option or not is obviously their decision. And we are a charitable trust. We don't work from the point of view of any whether we want to make profit. We really want to make a difference in the life of children who do not like, and everybody does not like, need to like, or need to fit in the education system. So please help us in reaching out to more and more children and their parents, or teenagers and their parents, and at least we can let you know. So just that is just a request, because um, I think we all can make even if you make a difference in one child's life, I think that itself is amazing. So please help us do that. Yeah. So thank you, and stay connected, and we are there to support you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much.